Unity of the Huachucas presents Reverend Rob Wheeler.
Give us this day our daily bread.
A preface to the lesson. The preface starts this way. Whenever you have a need, there's somebody that's already written about it and can give you some insight. You just got to ask the question, understanding this as the truth of who you are. Before you ask, I have answered. So, the question was, what are you going to talk about today? And I went, I have an idea because I like the Lord's Prayer big time. Mostly I like it because people forget how it was written. Most people think that the Lord's Prayer was written to be spoken as written. And they forget that the Lord's Prayer was an instruction. Jesus said, was asked, teach us to pray. How do I pray? He said, don't pray like this. Pray in this manner. And then he laid it out. Our Father. Notice he did not say, my Father, our Father. And the whole of the Sermon on the Mount and the whole of the Lord's Prayer has been interpreted many times. This one happens to be by Emmett Fox in the 20s. Emmett Fox is a personal friend of Bill W., for those of you who might know that individual. And as a result, a lot of the work that we see in AA is familiar stuff. So Emmett Fox interpreted the Sermon on the Mount. And I'm just taking one section of the Lord's Prayer because there's so much stuff that's there. And so I said, I need to refresh my memory. So I went to the library and I picked this book. It's available to you. I want to share it with you for this reason. Notice that it is highlighted. It is also highlighted in two different colors. Underlined passages, some in ink and some in pen. And whoever donated this book used it as a study guide. You see, when you take an action as you work in prayer, as you work in your study, even just that highlighting of a passage, it sinks in at a different vibratory rate. When I first started speaking, one of my teachers said, do yourself a favor. Write your entire lesson in longhand. Now, I have to admit, if you were to try and read those, it wouldn't work very well. Because sometimes I can't read it. But the whole idea of action as you're preparing makes a big difference in who you are and how you ingrain the study and the teachings. In fact, I shared it with Kathy, there's an organization online called TruthUnity.net. A fellow by the name of Mark Hicks is a Fillmorian. He's really studies Fillmore a lot. His institute, the Fillmore Institute, taking what Fillmore has said, making sure it's available. And not just Fillmore, but other teachers as well. So in addition to Emmett Fox in the 20s, lo and behold, Eric Butterworth, another Unity teacher, minister, speaker, in the 70s did the same thing. And while I found that, then I found a pamphlet written in 1893 doing the same thing. My point is this. You're not the first to ask the question. What does this mean? It's not just the words. What does it mean? Give us this day our daily bread. You realize that the second you use that word give, that you open up a mental receptiveness which allows substance to flow because it implies receiving. Here's a fact that I believe, and you can believe it or not. You are, I am, a child of God. God is all, visible and visible. Perfect life, love, intelligence, and substance. We, man, is an expression of God and one with perfect life, love, intelligence, and substance. As a child of God, all is my inheritance. All. Not some. All. However, I hate it when we do that. Right? You have to ask. You have to ask. Before you ask, I've answered. And the ask is for today. With every breath you take, you breathe in what you need. It's part of that, give me my daily bread. I don't ask for tomorrow's air. I'm asking for what? For my breath today. And the same with anything else I need in my life. Whatever my needs are, all I have to do is ask now. I don't have to wait even. And see, sometimes, he said, raising his hand, you say, well, if I'll only do this when I get this done, when I feel this, when I hear the right words, then I'll step out. Now. You don't need to wait. Now is the time. Songs we sang, where does Spirit live? It lives within us. So where do I need to go to ask? I need to go within. Throughout our teachings, we talk about affirmative prayer. And I believe that we ask openly. And then I move to the silence and listen. And the answers come. Sometimes the answer comes in the form of a no. Right? Somebody told me one time, if you really want to have fun, tell God what your plans are. And then listen for laughter. Right? This day. Right here, right now, this day. That's so important. Which is why I decided I want to talk about it. Because I have in my life right now a series of things that need to happen in order for other things to happen. Guess who's standing in the way of fear? I just need to breathe. I just need to open. Take a moment on a consistent, regular basis, enter into that prayerful state, and go from there. I read something, I went, I need to think about this a lot. Affirmative prayer is important, but the notion of mystic prayer, have you ever heard that term? Mystic prayer is that point where the thought and the thinker become one. The thought and the thinker become one. That's you. That's me. When we take the time to be that. So many times we're so busy trying to be something else. Be a good husband. Rick. Be a good wife. Everybody. Be a good father. Be a good son. Be a good daughter. That we get so busy being others, we forget to be who we are in the moment. Which brings us back to this day, my daily bread. This day, what I need, I just ask for it to show up. And it does. Not always the way I plan it, but the way that's right for me. Think about this for a minute. As I was playing this scenario of the books and so forth, you realize that this lesson started well over 2,000 years ago to be delivered to you today. Because somewhere was an ask, somewhere was an I need. I need to get centered. I need to remember who I am. I need to know I'm a child of God. I need to accept these blessings. I don't have to wait. I don't have to be good enough. I just need to be. Breathe. Do you know that anytime a new idea is introduced, you hold your breath? Particularly if it's an idea that's contrary to your current belief systems. When I heard that, I went, "You're kidding, right?" I went, "No, we studied a little bit." It's a subconscious human response. Because we live in the realm of ideas. And so when a new idea approaches, our system goes, "Ah, what?" So when you hear me say breathe, what I'm saying is take it in. Whatever's going on around you, take it in. It's okay. You can let it go or not. You get to choose. You get to choose. This day, an idea. This day, a new thought. This day, something you've asked for in order for you to move forward spiritually and in your life. It's like the paint party. I need 10 people. I'll be number 11. Right? Sure, why not? I just need to keep in mind that there is a process that is unfolding, and I need to participate in the process. And it goes like this. Thought. First a thought. Then I give it my word. And then I take action. And then I have realization. And none of this is worth the powder to blow it to hell if I don't go to realization. Thought, word, action, realization. In order to recognize realization, what do I need to do? It's a great song in our songbook that we don't use anymore. Open my eyes that I might see all the blessings thou hast for me. See, most of the time I wander around like this. Instead of just doing that. Recognize the blessings that are out there. Sometimes being rained on is a blessing. Sometimes being rained on says, bring an umbrella next time. Right? But all these things that happen in our life, if we can take just a few minutes and look past here. Look past here. And when I start to learn to look past here, then I'm participating in the system to make my world a better place. For who? Me. I'm the only one that can make my world a better place for me. Now I can ask you to participate, please, through your prayers, through your study, through your growth. At your pace. At your pace. And for each of us, it's a little bit different. Some of us are slow learners, right? Some of us have to repeat lessons again and again and again, and it's okay. Some of us need to remember on a regular and consistent basis that I am an important part of this picture. No one can play your role better than you. No one. You are a unique, individualized aspect of being. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I invite you, and I'm going to close with this a little bit early. Maybe. I think 7. I got time. It'll be a long close. Not too long. As you work and as you study, take ownership. Take ownership. Let me give you an example. In our closing song, the line is, we take this moment, right? If you stand next to me, Rob says, I take this moment. It's not that I don't want to include you, I do, but I want to personalize it. One of the hardest ones, another one I'm going to share with you, is this, that I had to learn is when we give our blessing, I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, I behold the Christ.
Yes.
I could put a period right there. The statement would be true. Or, in you, okay, now breathe. I behold the Christ as you, from you, into my world. Personalize it. This day, my daily bread.